What is a chemical reaction? Chemical reaction means transformation of a chemical substance into a new chemical substance by making or breaking of certain bonds. This is called a chemical reaction. All the chemical changes which we studied in the previous lecture, students, they are nothing but examples of chemical reactions. Every chemical change involves a chemical reaction, which we told you, digestion of food. If you keep the milk for a longer period of time at your home in summer at a very hot temperature, what happens to the students? You will see that the milk gets spoiled. So all these are examples, students. During the summers, the rusting of iron, which you have seen, students. Grapes get fermented. These are all examples where chemical change is taking place and new chemical substances are formed. Let us take some examples of the chemical reaction, students. Here I am talking of burning of magnesium ribbon in air. Students, if you have a magnesium strip, student, and if you burn it in air, student, air has got oxygen. What will happen, student? Magnesium will react with oxygen of the air on heating, and you will form a new substance which is white in color, student. So this is an example of a chemical reaction. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Oxygen is coming from the atmosphere of the air. Here is an experiment to show that here is an activity you can do in the chemistry lab, student. This is a magnesium ribbon. You hold it by a tongue burner and you are heating it. As you heat it, this is a watch glass. On the watch glass, student, you will get magnesium oxide, which is white in color. Therefore, students, these are called the reactants. These are called the reactants, which we are writing on the left hand side. They react to form the products. The product is different from the reactants. So, similarly, student, I can give you another example. For example, if you light up a candle, student, light up a candle. What happens, students? If you have a candle, student, you have seen a candle. This, what is happening, student? If you light up a candle, you are getting what you get, student. You are getting some light, heat, and what is this wax, student? This is a wax. This is a wax. The wax is melting, and from the air you are getting, from the air, student, you are getting oxygen gas. The wax, which is nothing but a hydrocarbon, student, is a hydrocarbon. It is a hydrocarbon of a long chain carbon. It contains carbon and hydrogen. This is a wax, student, which was in the solid form, oxygen gas from the atmosphere, student. And what you will get will be carbon dioxide, water, and you are getting heat and light energy, student. Again, here you are seeing that these are the reactants, students. These are the reactants. They reacted to form the products. The products are different from the reactants. During these chemical changes, you also see heat, light, or these things can also be evolved, student, when such changes are taking place. Here, if oxygen is cut off, if oxygen is cut off, then we see the candle will not light. You can perform the experiment at home, students. So similarly, when I say that you have in your home, student, if you are using some gas which is octane, or if there is a natural gas, for example, if methane, this is a natural gas, student, which is a natural gas, students. When it combines with oxygen, when we ignite it, what you get, student? You get carbon dioxide, water, and you get heat with which you can make your food, etc. In the homes also, you have a butane gas, student, which you are burning. These are all examples of chemical changes. Rusting of iron, setting of milk into curd, student. This involves a bacteria, lactose to lactic acid. Conversion is done by the bacteria. Digestion of the food, respiration. When you are eating food, glucose, and you inhale oxygen, student, the glucose decomposes to give carbon dioxide, water, and energy, with which I am working, student. These are all examples of this rusting of iron. Also, you have experienced, student. You have iron. This is our iron, students. It reacts with oxygen. There is a water, which is we are saying moisture, student, and there is some acid, H plus, student, and it forms Fe2O3, student, XH2O. This is a rust, student. This is a new compound, oxide of iron, and some water molecules are present in this, student. So these are all examples of the chemical reactions. More, let us see what, Formation of hydrogen gas by the action of dilute sulfuric acid. Student, you can take a beaker. This is a conical flask which you can take in the chemistry lab. In this, you have added some zinc granules. Some pieces of zinc, you can take it, add it, and from the top of it, student, you see this is cork, this is a tube. Student, you add in this dilute sulfuric acid. What we are adding, student? Dilute. Add in this, student. What you are adding in the students? Dilute sulfuric acid. What you add, students? Dilute H2SO4. What will happen, student? This will react with zinc to form zinc sulfate, and you will get hydrogen gas, student. You can see the bubbles of hydrogen gas in this which are produced. So this is a reaction, student. This is a chemical reaction. In every chemical reaction, the left hand side we write these are the reactants, and right hand side what we have, student, these are called the products. Right hand side you are getting the products. As you can see, new substances are being produced. One chemical substance is being converted into new chemical substances. There is a rearrangement of the atoms, breaking of certain chemical bonds, formation of certain bonds is taking place. So this is another example, students, where we have shown you formation of hydrogen gas. Further, students, we have more examples of this. Take lead nitrate solution in a test tube. Students, here I have a test tube, and you will take in the test tube a solution of lead nitrate. This is a solution of lead nitrate, students, PbNO3 twice. This is a solution, student. Solution, add in this, student, a solution of potassium iodide. Solution, add potassium iodide solution in this, student. What you will see, a yellow colored precipitate will be obtained. Yellow colored precipitate is formed, student. So you see yellow color formation, student. What has happened? That is PbNO3, students. This reacts with your potassium iodide. It reacts with, students, potassium iodide, and it forms, student, PbI2. This is a yellow solid, student, and you will get KNO3, student, aqueous. So this is an example, student, where we are able. This is another example of all these are examples of the chemical reactions. Every chemical change is basically a chemical reaction. Here you can see that new substances are being formed. This is, students, yellow in color. This is a yellow solution will be obtained when you react, when you add potassium iodide in a solution of lead nitrate. These are all examples of the chemical reactions. Some of the important characteristics of chemical reactions are, whenever a chemical reaction takes place, students, what are the important characteristics? There could be evolution of a gas. As you have seen, when you add dilute sulfuric acid in the zinc granules, hydrogen gas is evolved. Formation of precipitate, as you see here, students, you may get the formation of solid precipitates. There is change in color. As you can see, what has happened, yellow color is obtained, and there could be change in temperature, as we have seen in many reactions, students. There could be evolution or absorption of the heat, which will be studied in the next part of the video. And change in state means, you have seen solid could be converted into liquid, or here you are saying that this is a liquid, and you are getting, student, solid. In zinc and H2SO4, you are getting zinc is solid, hydrogen is a gas, student. So these are the characteristics of the chemical reactions.